everyone, welcome to the Inspired Design School of Fashion. My name is Jumoke Olaguju. In my last video, I made a video on how to make nose marks. I show us how to make two types, and I said I was going to show us the third one. So this is the third one, and like I said, it requires drafting. And if you've done pattern drafting, you will understand this. It's basically like drafting a cup for a bra or something like that. So what we are going to do is first, you shouldn't attempt this if you don't have any sewing experience. It may be, confusing. So I'm going to draw a line. It's already on the paper, so I'll just show us. From the top of my paper here, I'm going to draw a straight line. I'm just going to draw a straight line from the top. So I'm going to mark it with my marker so that you can see. Okay, so let's use black. On that line, I'm going to measure 8 inches. 8 inches is somewhere here. From the 8 inches mark, I'm going to measure 6 inches down. So 6 inches, so this is 6 inches. So make sure that your line is straight. 6 inches. So I'll connect the two lines and then form a rectangle. So I'm drawing a rectangle that is 8 by 6 inches. Next, I'm going to find the center of the triangle, of the rectangle, by drawing a cross. That means I'll find the middle of the width of the triangle, which is 4 inches here. 4 inches. I'm going to mark the 4 inches mark, and then 4 inches here, and then I'll find the center of this line also, which is 3 inches. The middle, half of 6 inches, that's 3 inches. I'll mark it, and I'll mark it here. Then I'll connect the lines. Okay, all right. So at the center here, from the center here, I'm going to go up on all the 4 lines. I'm going to mark 1 inch out. That means I'm marking one from the center, 1 inch on this line, 1 inch on this line, 1 inch here, and then 1 inch here. So this is the 1 inch mark, 1 inch mark on the line. Okay, so now on this straight line, now for the top, this is going to be the top of the nose marks. So I'm going to mark ½ inch on both sides of the line, ½ inch on both sides of the line, ½ inch on both sides. Okay, at the down part, I'm going to mark 1 inch on both sides. 1 inch, 1 inch, and the two sides, I'm going to mark ½ inch on both sides. ½ inch, ½ inch. Please follow me, don't be lost. Okay, now these markings I'm going to connect to the first 1 inch mark. Those are just creating a dart. So if you know anything about sewing, that is how we create darts. So we're just creating a dart here. Then I'll join this one also. All these are darts to give the shape. Okay, okay, and the last one, okay, the last one here. Okay, so all our darts have been included. So now we're going to focus on one side. So I said this upper part, that our dart is a ½ inch. That is where it's going to be the top of the mask. So what we are going to do now is on this side, we're going to focus on one side. On this one side here, from the dart leg, I'm going to measure 3/4 of an inch out. 3/4 of an inch. 3/4 of an inch. Okay. On the down part, I'm going to, okay, before we go to the down part, okay, I said we'll just focus on this side. So here now, I'm going to draw a curve. I'm going to join, okay, also on this side, I'm going to go out by 1 inch. 1 inch. So somewhere here. So from this 1 inch mark, I'll connect to this 3/4 of an inch with a curve. If you don't have a curve ruler, just just draw something. We just need a curve. We want it to go in and come out, something like this. So at the down part here also, I'm going to come out by 1 inch, and then on this side 1 inch, and then connect it with an inward curve this time around, outward curve. So it's going to curve outward like this. Okay. Or better still, we can just connect directly to this here. Both ways works. We just connect it directly. You'll see that there's really not much difference, as in we're connecting directly here, just passing through this. So our pattern is almost set. So what I'm going to do now is, you can see that I did not do anything to this side. It's because I want it to be equal. So I'm just going to cut out the triangle first. I keep saying triangle, is rectangle, please. It's been a while since I left school. It's a bit confusing. Okay. Okay, so now we've cut out the rectangle. Then at the center, I am going to fold it. Okay. So that now I will now cut this out, so that I have the same markings I have here on the other side. So I'm going to cut this out. Okay. Cut this out. Okay. Then we're going to cut out the darts. So I'm cutting the dart here. I'll connect it and cut through to the top. Okay, so we have two separate pieces. Okay, so now I'm going to cut the darts in the middle here. So I'll fold it again. The folding is so that if I made a mistake while marking, I'll still have equal. Then, even though the dart did not get to the bottom, I'm splitting this into two. Put it on one side, don't let it mix. Okay. Sorry, I'm using a used paper. I'm recycling. Okay. All right, so now for these darts, I'm going to close it before cutting my fabric. So I'll just close this. You're going to tape it with a masking tape. Match it up and close. Okay. This is the way it was like this. It's supposed to be like this. Okay, this is the dart. So we're closing the dart like this. It's leaving this place open. That is going to serve as our ease. Okay, now the first part is done. Now we're going to place this. These two pieces, actually, if you do it well, they're supposed to be identical. Okay, so it's the same thing. so you can just discard one and use this other one. So we're going to trace this on another paper. You can use cardboard so that the structure when you want to cut. Okay, then when we get to this opening, we're just going to draw across it. It will serve as ease. Okay, don't allow it to move, otherwise you will not get the exact shape. Okay, so this is our pattern. We can now cut it out. Now with this pattern, we're going to cut our material. So take the fabric you want to use. Remember, it has to be cotton, 100% cotton, something you can breathe through. Okay, so I'm going to cut 2 pieces of this, cut 2 pieces of the lining, and then 2 pieces of the interlining. I said in the last class that we can use gauze. You know, it's going to be like filter, but I'm using this is what I have. It's similar to gauze, but it's not gauze, so just buy gauze and use it as a interlining. So that's 3 layers. We're going to cut all that out, and then this other one is optional. This is a pocketing. It's used for making fabric to stand. So, and the aim of this nose mat is just so that you have something that is not touching your nose, that is standing away from your nose. So if you want something like that, you can use this also. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to cut 2 pieces of this also. It will give it structure, make it stand. But by the time we start joining, I'll show you how we're going to cut away from the nose area so that it doesn't disturb our breathing. Okay, let's do the cutting, then I'll show you how to join.